Hi there, welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. It's a beautiful day to talk about a day in the life of a healer, psychic, and a crystal healer. Somebody who works alongside crystals daily, and a lot of you send me messages daily about do more on crystals, tell us more about crystals. So I thought I'll just kind of take you through a few of the crystals that I'm now working on and uploading on mattbajerski.com. And the crystals that I love working with. I work with so many different types of crystals daily. It's a challenge to be able to go through all of them. There's literally so many that I work with daily. But I just grabbed a handful that I'm working with now, and we'll talk about them. It's kind of fascinating when you start to feel the energy within crystals and what they hold in that energy and how they're able to help us through our daily life. Is it possible? Well, I've spent many years and realizing that the miracles that crystals create within the human body and spirit is literally mind-blowing, unbelievable. So I'll take you through a few that I've got here that I just took out. And we'll talk about them, shall we? I may have talked about them before in the past few years, but let's talk about some and enjoy them, shall we? Well, this is one of my real favorites to work with on a grounding energy. I'll show it you first and just have a good look at it. This is called Garden Quartz. Can you see how beautiful it looks? It has the whole world inside there, the garden itself, the Garden of Eden. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? This crystal is a very unique crystal in its formation. When you look at it, it's mind-blowing. And when you look deep into it, you can see like the formation is so incredible and detailed that you can just be memorized by it, just staring at it. If you look at the back of this one, you can see the natural formation where it was dug. And then this is where it was polished. Garden Quartz has a great energy to ground. It really has. And it's a clarity crystal. So the two combination energy is really profound when you want to find your grounding. A lot of people are really flying at this moment in time. So it's a great crystal to wear. And the reason why is because there's so much taking us away from our true path. And we need to be grounded. We need to feel that grounding. But at the same time, we still need to be focused. We still need to see clarity with life. And this crystal certainly gives you that. This crystal is also wonderful for any issues with digestion, digestive system, stomach, anything down there where you're struggling with. It is a release energy, and of course, because it's grounding, it's very low, it's low down. You feel being pulled, and almost like the universe is pulling you down, which means that anything is within your stomach which is held there, you can feel that energy pulling it down, pulling all the badness, all the negativity away and out of you and into Mother Nature. So it's a beautiful crystal. It's definitely got an energetic energy of enlightenment, so you feel more enlightened by your thoughts and feelings. You're able to see more clearly in a positive manner in many different ways if you are working as a psychic and a healer. If you are working with general public, it's great to enlighten you and you're on the ball. You seem to know what you're doing. You seem to be strong. You don't react as much. You don't fight as much because the grounding is there within the crystal, yet giving you clarity of how to answer to certain situations that may be challenging. So a great crystal for that. Okay, I'm not going to go into too much detail into all of them, but I'll just grab one or two and let's go through them and have some fun, eh? This is a very, very beautiful crystal. Apatite. Have a look at this one. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Look at the colour and the density of it. It's beautiful. It's quite a heavy crystal. It's a lovely stone. And for some reason, it feels really magical. When you hold this crystal, it feels really magical. And at the same time, it has a great power to release tension. So it's great for if you're working alongside many people who have very heavy energy. And when I say working, I mean that this is a working crystal. If you always remember that, it's really good to think, okay, if I'm working alongside a lot of stress, a lot of issues, if you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, if you're a solicitor, if you're working with a lot of people who are stressed, this crystal is a beauty. And what it tends to do is, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but when we have achy shoulders, bad heavy shoulders, and anything to do with the neck and down the back of the spine, a lot of the times as healers we can see and listen to that the person who has these issues it's normally a strain from work. So it's not always, but a lot of the times it is. So this crystal, when wearing it through a working stressful environment, it certainly releases that. This crystal is also good for the stomach too, and it also releases trapped energy from within the stomach. Fabulous for that. When you wear it, you can also feel the heaviness of the eyes disappearing, and you can sometimes feel your eyes not just tingling but feeling very heavy and stressed. That's very normal with apatite, and what happens is if you leave it on for maybe an hour or two after the work is done with this crystal, because it's blasting you an energy and clearing certain parts of the body. So it works amazing on the eyes, it works amazing on the neck, on the shoulders and down the spine. So a lovely crystal. Okay, let's move on to another one, shall we? Okay. Are you enjoying this? Okay. A lovely crystal that doesn't get much appraisal these days is Druze. And this is pink Druze. Isn't it lovely? A lovely natural crystal in its form and very powerful. This crystal is a very, very good crystal for relaxation. It calms you down, brings you to a very, very nice place where you feel balanced. Issues that were an issue doesn't seem as heavy anymore. Why is that when it's the same issue? Because this crystal brings a lot of relief and release of negative thoughts and emotions. It's a beautiful crystal. You just need to look at it and feel that crystal when it's just showing you its energy. You can feel it. When you hold this crystal or wear it, you feel like, you know what, everything's going to be okay. And it's a protection crystal as well. So it really does awaken your inner protection. And what is protection? What does that mean? You mean it's your angels? No. Protection means that when you feel at peace and you feel balanced, you are then aware of your higher energy or your vibration. You become aware because you're not involved in the negative, low worries and fears. This crystal brings you up. When you vibrate at a higher vibration, you don't make mistakes as many. You don't cause problems. You don't end up in a situation where, oh my God, I never saw that. Therefore, it's a protection crystal. Makes sense, right? So Druze is a very beautiful crystal. There are many types of Druze, and I think maybe I can show you a few more. But the pink one is very, very beautiful for children. Absolutely. If your child's worried and they've had a fallout with a friend or they feel sad, put a little pink Druze on them, let them hold it, and you'll see the energy shift very quickly. It's one of my favourites in the Druzes, but there's a lot of Druzes, and hopefully I might find one or two in here. So let's go on to another one, shall we? Cinnabai. I think I might have mentioned this crystal before. Cinnabai. Look at that. Just been working on this one today. It's beautiful. Look at the little pink dots here and there. It's like a creamy crystal with pink dots, almost like a milkshake. It's really, really beautiful and a very, very calming crystal. It's a purifying crystal as well. So a lot of the times you feel your body is being purified, cleansed and cleared of toxins. I could tell you many stories about this crystal, but it is ultimately a very powerful crystal. One which not many people kind of see as a powerful crystal, but it is. It works really well alongside black tourmaline. That's just something that I found when I was working with both of them together. Profound when there is grief or issues with anybody who may be moving into the spirit world, or if anybody has any past negative thoughts about what they could have, should have done if somebody's left this world and they can't see them anymore. Place these two together, fabulous for that. But individually, as this crystal hanging around your neck, what does this crystal do? Well, one of the things that I noticed with this crystal, with one of my, she is actually a very famous singer. She used to lie down on the healing bed, and I used to place it on her throat because, you know, any singer wants their throat very strong. A lot of the times the throat is connected to our speech, words and thoughts that we haven't spoken. And a lot of you probably already know this. I'm probably preaching to the converted, but when we have a problem with the throat, it's normally because we're frightened of speaking our truth. And this particular famous lady was struggling with a relationship, and she never spoke her truth about how she felt. And it can be little things, but it's important that we get it out there and we heal from that, which she never did because she didn't want to upset anybody like you do and I do. We do sometimes just don't say anything, but actually, really, you come to a point where you're going to have to say something eventually, because it's going to manifest in you and eat in you. And eventually, when you do say things, if you're very sensitive, you normally say it because you're so angry that it all comes out, when in fact that's the biggest mistake in the world. What we should do is just actually say, oh, you know, darling, you know, that really bothered me a little bit, I'm sorry, and then it's out, it's gone, and then the other person, oh my God, I didn't realize I said it. But we don't do that because we're frightened of upsetting people and causing issues. This crystal is perfect for that situation, because when you wear this crystal, what comes out of your mouth is a natural way, organic and healing, and not angry or a negative way or a negative energy. So, okay, darling, you know, you know what you just did then? It kind of bothers me when that happens, and I don't know why it bothers me. And then you panic, oh, wow, okay, I'm sorry about that. No, it's okay. It's just I don't know why I'm bothered about it. And then you discuss it, and all of a sudden you start to think, okay, now I can actually speak without being upsetting my partner or upsetting myself, or wow, I can actually say things and it comes out right. This crystal helps with that. So it's a great crystal for the throat. It's a great crystal to give you the inner power to speak your truth, but in a loving and kind manner. So that's just one of the things with this. There's lots more to it, but let's move on, shall we? Okay. Oh, okay, this is an interesting one. Azurite. You've probably seen this one before, these crystals before, but this is a natural one. And as you can see, it's not being polished or anything, and it's natural formation. If you feel it, it's like sandpaper a little bit. It's very, very beautiful crystal and very powerful. This crystal, I think I used this crystal on and off for about 4 years at one point. And working with this crystal certainly helped me break free from my old patterns. And I think a lot of the times, most of us are so stuck in old patterns that it keeps reoccurring, and we often ask ourselves why. I think through a life, we have to look at ourselves and ask ourselves, why does the same thing keep happening? And it's not always because of what we think, I made a bad choice, I'm back with another relationship and the same thing's happening again. But a lot of the times that is because we haven't conquered what we need to conquer. Azurite is a great crystal to help you see yourself. So it's kind of like the man in the mirror. You look at the woman in the mirror, look at yourself, look at your actions and why you are creating the same situation over and over again. It's very, very difficult to do that, but this crystal is a great crystal to give you the confidence to be able to see the old patterns and what you need to do to heal. That's the most important thing. So it's an enlightening crystal. It's a crystal that helps you flow, move in the right direction, see your mistakes, at least try to understand them, and then, okay, I get it, and then work on them. So it's not always an instant fix, but it certainly will highlight your challenges that you need to get through and find an answer to why you are behaving like this. So it's a kind of truth crystal as well. It's a great crystal to give you freedom, to help you fly free, and that makes sense because there's no way you can actually conquer your issues if you don't feel strong, confident, that you can fly and feel like you can flow. So it brings you to a good energy first of all. Once you've got that good energy level, you can then face your issues or your challenges, which, you know, it's important that we do. So yeah, there's a lot more to this crystal, but yeah, a great crystal to work with. Okay, let's move on to this one. Nice. This one is Jasper. It's yellow Jasper. Okay, look at that. Yellow Jasper. Isn't that beautiful? Now, this crystal, holding it, bringing back memories of an athlete that I used to work with, wore this crystal and swore blind, and only a little piece around the neck, swore blind that ever they did trials or they had to get through into a certain Olympic or whatever they were doing, they would wear this and it would give them this kind of strength just before the race. This crystal is an enlightening crystal, but it also heals a lot of stuff. Not only did I show it you enough? Not only does it bring enlightenment, but it also brings in a very positive energy into your energy. So you feel lighter, you feel stronger. So the burdens that you once carried don't seem to feel heavy anymore. So everything about yourself feels lighter every day. A very, very wonderful crystal for health as well. It's a great balancing crystal. It brings a lot of balance to the body. It also enlightens you to what's going on in your body. If our body is in confusion and it doesn't know what's going on, it's very hard to pinpoint the root cause of any issue. By wearing this crystal, you're surprise, oh, I wonder if this is what's wrong with me. Exactly, because your body's speaking to you and it's telling you what's wrong with you. So this crystal helps you diagnose yourself because it's lightening the load, and then your body feels where the root cause is. So a great crystal to help heal yourself, because once you know where the healing needs to take place, you can then work with the crystal, which is a brilliant crystal to work with. You place it in your hand, take your other hand and focus that hand exactly where you believe that issue is. And by doing that over 1 week, at least 20 minutes a day, you'll see a massive improvement in yourself. It's incredible. So yeah, and I could talk about this crystal all day like all of them, but let me just move on. Okay, interesting. We've got another Druze. But this one is a desert Druze. That's what I've been working on as well, a beautiful crystal. Look at the back, you can see very natural formation there. The desert Druze has this almost beautiful artistic painting, like, is it Van Gogh? You know what I mean? In fact, when you look at it, you think, oh, it's like that crazy man with the mouth open. It's kind of a beautiful pattern. Well, this crystal is a very, very powerful crystal. And people often used to tell me that they wore it as well with, you know, if you've got disease in your body, by wearing this crystal, it helps tremendously. I'm not 100% sure exactly how it works, but there were certain illnesses that I noticed a lot of people were wearing this particular crystal. And one of them, there's like, who was it now? I think I saw an article about a singer who's got it, and it's called Lyme disease. I think it's, I can't remember his name. He's a young lad, and it's just come out that he's got Lyme disease. This crystal is a brilliant crystal for that kind of really bad disease. And long term, it helps, it clears. There's something very special about this crystal. So that's just one thing. The other thing about this beautiful crystal is it helps you move forward on a path where you feel like you're blocked, you're struggling with life, you don't really understand what's going on, and you need some clarity. This crystal is definitely a crystal to help you move forward. It gives you the confidence to move forward. Other things with this crystal as well, wow. The other disease that is in our body, which is quite a difficult one to get rid of, is candida. This crystal often is worn by people with candida without even realizing. So if you've got a piece of this, I want you to do me a favor. Go to the mirror and stick your tongue out. And if your tongue is filled with white, a film, and it might have few lesions or lots of white everywhere, then maybe I'm right. Maybe this is a natural pull towards candida and helps heal candida on a natural level. This crystal, I like to rub oil on this crystal, my MOLDAVITE and sacred oil on this crystal when I work with it front and back. Then I like to take it in my thumb and finger, and or 2 fingers, and just hold it and then focus my body where it feels at its weakest. Soon as I've found that place, I will deliberately drop this on that particular place and just leave it there with either my hand over it or just laying down for 15 and 20 minutes, okay? Again, if you have an illness and it's a long-term illness that isn't an instant fix, like Lyme disease, and there's a lot more like Lyme disease as well, mold disease, all of that kind of stuff, just focus your energy and feel where your body feels weak. Place it on that part of the body with some oil on it, with some nice oil, and rub the oil on you as well and let it do the healing. So there's just another little bit of information on that one. Moonstone, again, one of my favorite crystals. A lot of you probably already know that. Moonstone. It's a divine crystal. As you can see, it's almost got a 3-dimensional look about it. On my website, I have to always have Moonstone because I love it so much, and it's one of the best crystals partnerships to work with any crystal in the world. Somebody asked me that the other day, which is the most powerful crystal to work with other crystals, different ones, and I said definitely without a doubt Moonstone. Pink Moonstone is a very, very special crystal in my heart. I haven't got a piece here, but they are on my website, which I've worked with. Pink Moonstone, as well as any moonstone, is a very, very powerful, enlightening and psychic crystal. Helps raise your vibration, helps you attune to your higher self, brings balance to an empath, which is so important to us. Wow, I mean, where do you start? Which crystal works best with this? Every single crystal works amazing with Moonstone, without a doubt. Moonstone has a majestic energy. It's so unusual that the amount of changes in your body is incredible to a higher level of understanding. It helps you see beyond the beyond. It really does. And somebody once said, what does that mean? Well, it basically means that what you once believed was non-existent, non-real, it's an illusion. All of a sudden, I'm now believing that there may be possibilities in the truth beyond what I believed was truth. So it awakens and helps open you up to things that you never thought possible, thus bringing in the magic in your life. Because once you are willing to accept that there may be more to life than what you once thought, that's when the possibility of magic is allowed in, because only you can allow the magic in. And that's why Moonstone is, to me, one of the most magical stones in the world, because it actually literally brings magic into your life. All crystals have a uniqueness about them, but I believe that Moonstone and Pink Moonstone have such a unique energy that it heightens you up to what we call the angelic energy vibration. Basically means that you're able to connect to the spirit world much more easier. You're able to heal and help your family much more. It brings your vibration up to a level that you are the perfect healer. And this used to be the crystal that I worked with for maybe 8 years. And I had a big ball and I used to just hold it in my hand, and that really brought me to another level. It really did. Works amazing with MOLDAVITE, works amazing with Tektite. I've got to be honest, I don't think I matched them up with Herkimer Diamond, so I won't be able to say whether they work well together or not, but I'm sure they will in their own uniqueness. I think Herkimer Diamond would just bring this even more powerful than what it is, which is quite hard for me to say because it's powerful on its own. It's so powerful. Does it need it? But it is an amplifier of crystals. But I don't think I've ever put them together. So no point asking me. You just give it a try and then let me know. So yeah, okay. Like I said, I could go on all day. This one is a really fascinating crystal for me. I love this crystal to bits. This is an agate, but it's not just an agate, it's an emerald agate. I love the emerald agate as one of the most amazing, enlightening crystals in the world. And the reason why is because it brings you to a new vibration of healing. And what that means is you're able to heal yourself, and through this crystal, the vibration that goes through the body, you can feel yourself vibrating at a different energy level. It is a psychic crystal, but it's more of a healing crystal to bring the attunement to your self-healing, to your thermometer of your body health. And it really is that powerful. And it has an energy, even like now I'm holding it, my ear is burning. As soon as I put it to my hand, and when I say my ear, I don't mean outside, I mean inside. So you can feel instantly the healing property of this crystal and what you're being told is needed to take place. In this circumstance, what I would do if I'm holding this, instead of moving it from this hand, because I know whatever's happening, this is working on a very, very special level, I would simply just go quiet and place my hand over here to give added healing at the same time. So this is a great crystal to wear if you want to know what's wrong with your body, if you want to heal yourself from whatever's going on within your body. There is a very special energy of inner peace that is created when you wear this crystal. Green is the energy of healing. It is the energy of nature, Mother Nature, our ground, our grass, the green that's around us, inner peace. So this crystal not only heals you, but it also brings inner peace into your life. A most magical crystal, and also I'll go on to another one in a minute, but yeah, this crystal is an amazing crystal to work alongside Jeongae. Jeongae is a crystal that a lot of people are talking about. It heals a lot of the energies around you, but Jeongae does a lot more than that. I worked with Jeongae many years ago, and it wasn't just about healing from Wi-Fi and all of the bad rays. It actually does a lot more. And Jeongae and Emerald together work really incredibly well on many different levels. Putting them two together is a very powerful energy, and also helps clear any kind of heavy metals from the body, as well as any poisoning. If anybody's had like blood poisoning and you want to clear that blood poisoning away, anything to do with toxicity in the body, put these two together. Again, the great healing process takes place. If you suffer with in your mouth you have I got two of them, I think. Some people take these out now, but if you've got them, sometimes your body can be affected by them. And we also have to look at when you have them taken out, it's extremely important before you get these taken out, to get them taken out properly, because I know of many people who used to come to me who didn't know what was wrong with them, and then I'd mentioned, if you've got something up with your teeth, and they'd say, wow, a month ago I had these fillings taken out, which they must have swallowed some of the poison within it, and their body was quite poorly for a couple of years. So that the Jeongae as well as the Emerald together work amazing to clear the toxins from the body. Okay, let me move on, because I could talk all day about that one too. This is one of my personal favorites. This is agate again, but this is ruby. Ruby is a very special and very powerful crystal. It heals the heart on many levels. If you've been through heartache, if you still love somebody that means the world to you and you feel you've been let down by them, this crystal is a healing crystal, and to help you clear away those pains and sufferings that we call heartache. This crystal also helps when you've separated and split up from a friend or a family member that you no longer talk to anymore. Wearing this crystal brings this great unique energy of healing, and healing on the love energy side of things. So when you feel you've been let down, betrayed, hurt, taken advantage of, by wearing this crystal, I noticed a lot of my clients got over that and were able to move on and find love and release that. And ultimately it's about forgiving, but this isn't the crystal of forgiveness. The crystal of forgiveness is Cavansite. Cavansite will help you forgive, but this is more about moving forward. And ultimately, yes, we need to forgive to be able to move forward. But in the meantime, this crystal is a crystal that really helps. So Ruby Agate is an amazing crystal for anybody who suffers with issue in the heart. Any kind of heart issue, okay? This is brilliant. On a physical level, it does exactly the same thing. If you suffer with a heart murmur, if you suffer with anything to do with the heart, any pressure, blood pressure, any heart issues at all, this crystal brings balance and blasts your heart daily. So always wear this right on the heart. That's really the only place where I would put this, right on my heart, and leave it there. Let it do its work. Whenever you feel a little bit of memory of emotion of the past, take it in your hand, place it on your heart when it's around your neck, and just sit there and breathe in through the nose and blow out through the mouth and see that person well and happy. By doing these little steps, you are able to let go and realize that all you ever wanted was you want the best for that person, no matter what relationship they're in now, how they're feeling, and you realize that your love for that person is far more important than the pain and suffering that you give yourself. So you become the stronger person, and that's how you heal, and this crystal helps you do that. Okay, guys, I've got loads more in here, but you know what? I think that's enough. I think I may have given you a little bit of a taste for just one of very few crystals on my website that I work with daily. The difference between the crystals that you buy from anywhere in the world than my website is that I personally work with these crystals before they go out to you. That's the difference. A pure energy healing crystal is because I have worked with those crystals and also added energy in there which is slightly different from the crystal, but sometimes I actually try to enhance that energy with a little twist, and that's why a lot of you really enjoy my crystals, because they are slightly different. And sometimes you get upset when you lose them or you break them, but you know what, at least you've had the taste of them. And some people never stop wearing them for many years. Most of my clients are 16 years old now, and you enjoy them every day, and I'm so privileged to call you my friend and honored that you trust me as a crystal healer and somebody who loves working with them. And I truly hope that they've benefited you, and this was a little short video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. So I'll see you all soon. As a reminder, I will be in North America, Toronto, on April the 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th. Hope to see you there. Or in Europe, in Spain, on June the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, Costa del Sol, for a most beautiful 4-day pure energy healing practitioners course. It should be amazing. Link at the bottom. Hope to see you for them 4 days. We'll have so much fun together. Have a great day, guys. From my heart to yours. See you soon.